Like, I don't even know what's going on with that. You get what I'm saying? But he know the truth.
Yella Beezy is back in the headlines, and this time, it's deadly serious. A newly leaked audio clip allegedly captures Beezy making a jaw-dropping statement about a murder case that's had Dallas talking for years. Fans are stunned, and even close industry insiders are keeping quiet. In the recording, Beezy can reportedly be heard discussing details that only someone close to the situation would know. It's sparking a wildfire of theories online. Some are now questioning whether Beezy was just talking tough or if he actually witnessed something chilling. People are calling it the craziest thing he's ever said. To make things even messier, this comes while Beezy is still dealing with ongoing legal drama, including prior charges that nearly tanked his career. His legal team hasn't released an official statement yet, but that hasn't stopped social media from going wild. Now, fans are split, some defending him as being misquoted, while others are convinced he just accidentally snitched on himself. Either way, the internet's locked in. If this leak is real, Yella Beezy might have just opened a door that's hard to close. And the streets are watching real close now. Law enforcement hasn't confirmed if the audio is legit, but insiders say the DA's office is already reviewing it. That's bad news if it ties Beezy to anything criminal. Word on the street is, this could reopen a cold case that's been silent for years. And if Beezy's voice gets matched, things could get ugly real fast. Even wilder, some folks think the leak was intentional. People are whispering that someone close to Beezy might have dropped the clip on purpose, either for revenge or clout. That has fans side-eyeing his inner circle hard. One comment online said, "This ain't just music beef anymore, this is real-life danger." Meanwhile, Beezy's staying quiet on socials. No posts, no comments, no shade. That silence, it's only turning the heat up. With his past already messy, this new twist could flip everything on its head. Now everyone's waiting to see what happens next. Will charges follow? Will more clips leak? Or is this all just smoke with no fire? Beezy didn't say he gave any orders directly, but he did hint that his people don't play around and might have handled business without him needing to say a word. This got fans thinking, was this a clue? Did Beezy already know his crew was ready to go all in when it came to street beefs? The way he talked has everyone looking sideways like, did he just give away the whole play without even realizing it? Things were already heated before that wild shooting in Dallas, and the tension was real. Boozy, who's been a major name in the hip-hop game for years, pulled up to Dallas to show love at Mo3's vigil, Mo3 being Yella Beezy's known rival who had just been killed days before. But Boozy's move raised eyebrows everywhere. He stepped into unfamiliar territory, and people saw it as bold. Maybe too bold. In a city already divided, that kind of move don't go unnoticed. Later, Yella Beezy spoke on what went down, and the way he told it, Boozy's trip to Dallas looked like a power move. The drama didn't just pop out of nowhere. This was brewing for a long time. Boozy tried to move through enemy territory like it was nothing. But that risky play ended with shots fired and him getting hit. Word of the shooting spread like wildfire. Fans and rappers were flooding social media, shocked and worried, as news broke that Boozy had been rushed to the hospital after taking a bullet to the leg. Yella Beezy later claimed that Boozy knew the danger he was walking into. Was Beezy just calling it how it is? Or was he trying to steer the spotlight away from his own alleged role in the rap scene's most heated rivalry? Now that Beezy's old interview is making the rounds again, fans are looking at this whole thing in a new light. Some are convinced he might have slipped up and said too much. That's exactly what fans are starting to believe. That Beezy didn't even have to say a word. With all that history and bad blood between him and Mo3, some folks think Beezy's crew already knew the vibes and acted on their own. No orders needed. Now that Beezy's wild 2024 interview is back in circulation, things are heating up again. That interview didn't just spark internet drama, it reignited the entire investigation. Both the Boozy shooting and Mo3's murder are back in focus, and law enforcement ain't playing. Rising rap star Mo3 was gunned down in broad daylight, and the streets were left stunned. According to the police, the 28-year-old was cruising down Interstate 35 in South Dallas when a vehicle pulled up, and that's when things took a terrifying turn. The driver, identified as Quan White, allegedly jumped out with a gun in hand. Right there in traffic, Mo3 took off on foot, running for his life on the freeway, but White reportedly chased him down and fired multiple shots, striking him fatally. That moment turned a simmering beef into a full-on tragedy. But just when people thought the case was closed, boom, a new twist exploded out of nowhere. Turns out, White didn't act alone. After more digging, investigators uncovered a darker truth. Someone had called the shots from behind the scenes. And that person? None other than Yella Beezy. No special effects, no movie scene, just raw, real-life chaos caught on camera. The whole scene was heartbreaking. This bombshell accusation took the investigation to a whole new level. And now, with capital murder on the table, one of the most severe charges in the game, Beezy's looking at life behind bars if convicted, making sure everything's transparent while still protecting Beezy's right to a fair trial. And the stakes aren't just legal, they're career-ending too. For Beezy and anyone else caught up in this mess, what happens in that courtroom could change everything. The drama between Beezy and Mo3 is just one of many that turned deadly. Look at Troy Avenue and Taxstone. That beef started with words too. Just some back and forth, as most rap feuds do. But it didn't stay there. Things escalated fast. What began as a social media spat turned into a real-life shootout that shook the hip-hop world.
So that's what the situation was. Like, you trying to come over here, I ain't had to do nothing or say nothing.
Fans and media began digging deeper, wondering if both Mo3 and Beezy had been hiding way more than they let on. Beezy's cold dismissal of Mo3, especially saying there was no reason to even speak on him, had some folks thinking he was holding back real bitterness. Others believed Mo3 downplayed the drama in that 2019 interview just to stay out of deeper trouble. Either way, people weren't buying the peace talk anymore. One of the biggest flashpoints came in January 2020, when Mo3's manager, Brandon Rainwater, filed a lawsuit claiming Beezy and his crew jumped him at a Dallas strip club. The fight reportedly got ugly. Rainwater ended up with a dislocated hip. That's not some small scuffle, that's serious injury. The case brought more eyes onto the feud, especially since anything involving either artist was already under a microscope. Beezy, for his part, played it cool in a 2024 interview with Ken Ivey. He claimed there was no real problem between him and Mo3. He even said he didn't see a reason to acknowledge the rapper, not while he was alive, and not after he passed. That statement shocked a lot of people. Mo3, on the flip side, had already spoken on the situation back in 2019 during a Vlad TV sit-down. He shut down the idea of serious beef, saying it was all blown up by fans and industry chatter. Mo3 always insisted he had no real rap beef with anyone. Born on May 31st, 1992, Mo3 came up in Oak Cliff, one of Dallas's toughest neighborhoods. He saw the streets for what they really were: hard, chaotic, and dangerous. But instead of letting it break him, he turned his pain into power through music. He grew up fast. Losing his father at a young age and watching his mom fight through addiction, Mo3 had to learn how to survive early. Life was rough, but music became his way out, his therapy, and his truth. In 2019, Mo3's track Everybody caught fire and became a regional smash. It was the kind of song that had the streets talking. Real, emotional, and straight from the heart. That single shot him into a whole new spotlight, putting him on the map beyond Dallas. From there, Mo3 linked up with heavyweights like Boozy and Kevin Gates, locking in his spot in the southern hip-hop scene. With fans and blogs watching their every move, even the smallest clash turned into headline news. The drama just kept stacking up. And for Mo3, it all seemed to be building toward that tragic moment. After his death and Beezy's arrest, old interviews started resurfacing, and suddenly, every word they'd ever said was being looked at differently. people started linking the murder to the escalating tension between Beezy and Mo3. And suddenly, what once looked like rap drama started to feel very real. Fans, bloggers, and street insiders were buzzing. Some said Pate's murder was more than just a hit. They saw it as a warning, a message. The theory? That Roy Lee's death was part of the growing war between Mo3 and Beezy. Whether true or not, it added a dark layer to everything. From that point on, the beef wasn't just lyrical. It felt dangerous. The public no longer viewed it as two artists battling it out for clout. Now, it looked like a street-level conflict with life or death consequences. The fear, the mystery, the whispers, it all kept building. Then came another twist. Rumors started flying that the beef might have started over a woman. That theory lit the internet up. People began connecting dots, pulling up old posts, and speculating hard. Whether that rumor about a woman was real or just street talk, it added fuel to an already explosive situation. It gave the whole saga that soap opera twist fans couldn't get enough of. Like the beef wasn't just about bars or power moves, but personal drama too. But it didn't stop there. The tension between Mo3 and Yella Beezy wasn't just in songs or on socials, it started spilling into the courtroom. The beef between Yella Beezy and Mo3 had officially exploded. It wasn't just quiet tension in the local scene anymore, it was out in the open for the whole world to see. What started as competitive energy turned into a full-blown war, and both rappers were going at it with everything they had. Diss tracks became their main weapons, and neither held back. Mo3's verses were sharp, filled with slick shots and thinly veiled threats. He made it clear he wasn't backing down. But Beezy clapped back just as hard, dropping his own fire-filled bars aimed straight at Mo3. Every track made things hotter, and fans were eating it up. He said the whole rivalry was just noise, something created by outsiders, not something he felt in his heart. But after everything that went down, those words started to sound different. Right now, his legal team is probably gearing up for a major fight, trying to tear down the indictment and prove Beezy had nothing to do with the hit. But so far, no official word on who's repping him in court. Everything's hush-hush and fans are watching closely. Big cases like this one, they bring the heat, not just for the people on trial, but for the whole justice system. When a case this massive hits the spotlight, judges and lawyers are under crazy pressure to keep things fair. With the media all over it and the public glued to every update, finding jurors who aren't swayed by outside noise becomes a serious challenge. The court's got to walk a tightrope. Whether Beezy's guilty or not, that's for the courts to decide. The trial will reveal the truth in time. But what's sad is this ain't the first time, and it won't be the last, where rap beef turned fatal. In the high-pressure world of rap and drill music, rivalries don't always stay on wax. A little online shade or a few bars can spiral into something way bigger. If you found this breakdown wild, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a drop.